There was definitely a Vice Viper at one point. I can't remember who was trying to re-clear garage with it. Okay, K-Cop on defense, 3-1 on the pistols, and Koi on attack.
I'm definitely more interested in what their comp will show.
It was G2? Oh, okay, yeah.
It looks good. On the
Toronto,
attack,
right? And they just use perma flash re-clear garage, yeah.
Starting things out. A lot of damage has been done. Flyer is low, Filu's even lower. Down on 0 after Sagetsu's at his way. He's inside his smoke, waiting for an invasion.
No way. What is this, Joe? Dude, what's going on at spawn here as well?
Blows taken on that attacking side, and with Flyer falling.
Dude, does this feel like K-Corp Sheriffs go so big on the pistols?
Are trying to get ahead of this though. They fight in towards the garage, but there's players all around. And Batty G suddenly finds himself alone against KC. 3 players left to take.
Yeah, actually.
Both desperately low.
Oh, he might get the info. Oh my god, he's getting the info. He's peeking over towards garage.
A shock dart in case he's close. They break out of the smoke and they find him with
That's unlucky. He actually gave himself a pretty good chance at that.
Now,
dude, 4-1 pistols.
Omen Viper comp is quite obviously better on defense. But the last time you said that about a team running an Omen Viper, or at least a main smokes Viper on Haven, they actually struggled massively on the defense and had a very large comeback against Foot Esports of all teams. Do you remember who that was and when?
No.
No. Some irrelevant team in Istanbul in 2023. So that's actually something I'm quite interested in looking at. How can Movistar Koi use these double smokes on their attack side to bait out
I mean, the comp is just if you get over towards the site, you win. So K-Corp need to make sure that they fight on the sites. But they got the Cypher. The Cypher's great. Dude, the Cypher's actually legit against this comp.
Basically, on this map, if you're looking at the stats, it's a very good map for KC. They're 6-1, and the 1 is against.
Okay, they love this though. They love like their minimal buy on defense. It worries me so much.
I feel like I have to be the adult here. You guys, that's a very bad sign.
We're in danger with that.
You guys need to play nice now. I'll tell you what, KC are not playing
the best agents pretty much on this getting the kills. Aves is all. Dude, Aves should just chill and just let someone else get the kill. Okay, it's another bonus where someone has an ult, Phoenix ult. Staying up with the Prime, appreciate the 18 months. Gets a little bit weird because even with the Phoenix ult, you probably won't be able to retake. I wonder if they like want a fast push behind or something, like a push down middle could be good here.
Yeah, okay.
They got options. I don't want to see an insta pop of the ult though.
Bringing a Spectre into round 3 bonus, win the round 42% of the time.
Captain Cow, I love you.
Not bad.
Yeah, what the average round 3 bonus win rate is 45. We left that out, so
yeah, but it's lower.
Do the
when
bonuses
you have a include all the teams that just have 5 rifles?
Isn't that crazy?
I think it might.
It's almost like buying that weapon puts you at a disadvantage. Crazy. Anyways, who could have seen that coming?
Dude, I've never had anyone hit the Spectre as much as this.
In the clutch earlier.
Tom, that was round 2, first of all. They had Spectres at range. Second of all,
there was a full buy.
You might be better in that fight with a classic, if I'm being honest. You know what? If you lose,
trip deep over towards middle. If the trip gets shot, you flash swing. They could ult swing. They could omen flash. And then do they literally just react if this trip gets broken and pushed down middle? And then we might get to see the Phoenix ult from like one of these areas.
Along with
could be nice. Let's see. This is the A here. Let's see how they react. The push down middle is going to be nice here. I think, again, I don't think they can really win the round unless they got an absolute madness. None of them push behind. Look at the comp you're playing. You guys are done.
A full retake, but with run it back, they won't mind that too much.
That's the thing about this ult happening online so early. The triple kill from Aves certainly helped out.
They used the paranoia already.
You're losing a piece of the puzzle, but here he goes, dropping out of heaven. It's an easy fight. He even wins it before falling.
Hey, the wall's kind of nice.
With the double flyer following through, and it's a wonderful round from Movistar Koi. With
I don't know what K-Corp are doing there really. You can't do this. I kind of like the wall though. The wall wasn't the worst thing. The wall was pretty cool.
Yeah, dropping out of heaven on an A retake is never that great of an idea, apparently. But what is good is actually Elite in that round, and as you can see here, starting to split his Sentinel util across the map.
They've just taken it off.
starting to be able to maintain information on areas of the map where Movistar Koi are going to use their Viper Warp to try and create question marks, to deny you lines of sight, deny you the information.
Yeah, I mean, I still think K-Cup didn't have a good reaction towards middle, though. They definitely could have won this. It's a big win for Koi. They got the ult out of them.
For KC. Ultimate no longer online. In fact,
They have to Heaven retake. I mean, yeah, they have to Heaven retake. But I think they think they can get out of spawn with this. Oh, he's sorry.
Much information.
Wait, not
that
Sim?
Prowler, Martin just holding the close angle ready. Of course, the context of this series for KC will have mean they've beaten the two teams at the bottom of the board and put them in a very good spot in terms of head-to-heads. And for Koi going 0-3 might just be a death sentence.
Whoa,
gets a little bit cheeky with the jump back.
What are we
in a deeper angle than expected.
What are we doing?
Prowler's got caught on short. That means it doesn't make it full distance. It doesn't get up to the
Oh
triple.
boy.
They could be in risk.
Oh, he got an extra one. He got a freebie.
4 falling at the hands of Filu. A quick triple in that late fight. And Aves, well, guess where he is again? Up in heaven, but with 5 players to fight off against and credits in the bin. Getting out of here might be his
there
best
goes the
option,
potential.
but
Good
it's not
stuff
an
for
option without
K-Corp.
a big fight
Bonus
going his
round.
way.
They go into
Filu's
it
the
with a
first,
Phoenixel,
but there's
and
plenty more around that corner. The
they
flash
end up
broken.
losing 2
They
in
still
a
think
row
it's
and having to
possible for him
eco.
win this. If they throw 2 at it and he takes those fights, he's going to go right back in for the duel, right back in for the round win. They'll let him save this weapon. The cost of the round.
They only pushed to get Filu the ace. Like, I don't think they had any care about clearing this guy out. I think
the other 2 looked like they
try
wanted
and get him the ace, and then the rest of them just ran away, and they were like, all right, yeah, you can hold on to
One
your
peak
gun
lost
now.
the door, yeah. I did like the, if this guy gets shot, you take the TP.
Get someone firing up, especially your duelist player, build that momentum early. Tom, you mentioned that record.
There's a good Omen flash as well with the timing.
6-1 record so far.
Bro, that is like, what are we even doing?
And the success they've had on it.
Oh, that's a nice flash from the corner. Let's go.
Their ability to refight into this site when it counts.
Yes, they don't have the counter. They don't have the counter.
Let's see now.
They don't have the counter. I mean, Martin's just giving you a free kill, mate.
Do have that counter or not? I'd hedge my bets and say that's a fairly brave comment to make this early in a half.
I would say that's insanely brave, but I like his confidence.
Map to know what they're doing.
So from my understanding of the KC coaching staff is there's normally someone managing the attack and someone managing the defense. That's normally how they split their roles. Now the guy on the defense who doesn't have the counter supposedly is Eng. So that's going to be interesting. We'll see if he has an idea. The thing is as well, like that execution was wonderful. The fact they had the poison orb cutting off, anybody running in was going to be low. They then had the thorns delaying them, and then they had, for anybody in the site who's trying to run away, there was a snake bite as well to make them vulnerable. That's a gorgeous execution.
It looks like Movistar Koi have got that as the main part of their game plan. They want to try and abuse this A space quite early, and then you saw them just simply, rather than
he is
clearing and playing for the rest of the map control on the map, just dodging the drone, dodging the reclear.
Yeah, he's extremely happy about this.
And having this super strong post plan with all of that util that you mentioned. It denies KC
3 away from the ult. I will say again, this is considering the pistols, an insanely rough start for K-Corp.
KC do have that counter.
Money's good. Money can get a lot better here as well. Filu with ult.
Doesn't have the answers. You know, that's what they say about him. At least the coaches on the other side, perhaps. For Koi, an adjustment of a slow default. They're going to just sit and wait, allowing aggression to come through from KC.
Yeah, they're ready for this. Great off angle.
Is the first to take a fight, loses it, but it's recovered by Martin. 5 HP. I think that rifle is going to go to a teammate.
Koi? Nah, I think Koi looking kind of nice.
Their bets on a site. It looks like C is where they're heading. As we can see.
This was good from Koi.
The other direction, and it's only Sadik with a little sheriff waiting on that side.
They'll be very happy thus far. Getting rid of Aves. I think he has more kills than the rest of the team combined at the moment. I think it was 8-1 up until this point. It's going to come down to somebody else to be a hero, and I'll be honest, I don't think it's going to happen in this one.
Again, we see Movistar Koi abusing this A space. This might just be a case of this is working. We actually don't think they've got any way of dealing with
see
it.
what Sagetsu can do.
Except for the fact that Thorns are on the
I mean, you
seal,
guys can't
but other
retake.
than that,
most of them.
Thorns on the roof again. It's all good.
It worked when it needed to.
Guys all have to go heaven
That's
pretty
the
much.
important thing.
Yeah, there might be some.
They don't have a counter to that, I'm telling you.
I would be surprised. Yes, indeed. There goes the rifle. Sagetsu was the man marching forward, but he is no longer in the play. Sheriff's sitting up in heaven. Not a lot to really report back on in terms of hopes and chances.
What in heaven?
Sheriff.
My ult's ready.
For now, at least, they find one. It's a pick.
This poison cloud
Going
is getting
down to
so
that.
much value.
Yeah, might just be going down to that spike in the end. Avoid giving the orbs.
Okay,
over.
let's
Some
see how
players close to
K-Corp
theirs.
play. It's been rough, man. It's been rough. If they play like this against the Viper, they're gonna lose.
They're going to be finding anything else. It's another solid round. And yeah, you can just see how awkward it is to make their way back through into the site. I do feel like KC are going to have to start fighting a little bit more for that A control, which on this map in general is very common. But when you think about where they like
Dude, the
to
double.
fight, especially with the double duelists, you're thinking about
Double
Garrett,
fawns.
and a lot of these close, tight angles where the pot flashes can work for them.
Double full lineup on the roof's the
You can see
classic,
that
man.
Movistar Koi players definitely
At least that's an easy one to
getting
fix, though.
pumped up on the other side. But this
You
is
can
the
do that on the
adaptation.
fly.
You can see in the early stages of the round.
Okay,
four
big
players
rounds. They
set
got
up
a
around
Euro
that A
ult.
side of the map. They do not want to
And they
allow
go
them to get
aggro
into
over
that
towards-
same post farm once again.
They just can't make it too obvious now. KC can't show themselves too early. They've done exactly that.
But they can take the Yori TP, so they're faster for the reaction. But they leave the Yoro as the one. You can't even have the fast backup to
I mean, they
C.
saw reveal.
Dude, I kind of hate how K-Corp play the Yoro on defense on all three of these
We
maps.
know that that's the heavier side of the map, but they're a little slow. In taking the space. Luckily, it hasn't been filled back in just
And they're
yet.
playing retake against a comp that you can't retake against.
That poison cloud. Of course, they have utility on the other side to sort of.
And
sell
I
the
guess it's because
idea
you got a
that
Yoro ult,
that
but
push up, but it doesn't allow them to get this aggressive swing back in to deny the plant. But it does seem like KC.
I don't think it's going to get you enough.
That retake setup.
Wait, they're pushing Garage. Wait, they don't have to do this. Why are Koi doing this?
More importantly, Sugetsu
Ah, dude,
has
what's
found
going
that
on,
man
man?
advantage.
And Monster has to back off there. Rejoining the troops. TP towards the back, but there's no chance he's getting away with that. Andy G gonna stay tucked in this corner as Martin finds one. That's a wonderful pick for this side, but they can't get out of the choke point. It's still being held. Now they've got Koi surrounded. They can push from every angle, and it's working at least to start. Smokes up to divvy up the battleground, but it's still in favor of KC with Sagetsu's
Okay, it's a nice retake from K-Corp.
Ah,
man. So
That's all
painful
they need.
sometimes.
That ability to consistently retake against that heavy.
Why did they feel like they
plan
needed to
setup
take
that
Garage?
Movistar Koi are bringing. It helps when you get fed kills like that, though.
Yeah, I feel like it also helps when you have a dimensional drift to do this. Like,
That's a red.
clearing out
Bacon,
that
I'm throwing
backline
about
made it
10
so
reds in
much
this round.
easier to sort of isolate the fights because there's nowhere to go. You can't go run up long and play that post plan. You can't really aggress at this stage because you've already lost all of that control. So it's an ultimate that had very high
They're copying
value.
the
I
G2
suppose
Pro scores from
similarly,
Teo
having to
Meta.
run it back, those ults are going to be cycled in between each other. So that's at least a chance. But I want to see if they can consistently do that, and especially we've already seen that on the A side, they haven't been able to do that. So they're going to continue to fight it once again. KC are almost pigeonholed into a, we can't let them have this control.
Yeah. Means it should be nice and simple for Movistar Koi.
Yeah, let's
They
go
just
set
take
the
control
Yoro
to be
up.
slowly. Wait for KC to show that
Why do they
aggression.
even
Now
throw
they know
their
they're
TP
grouping
within the
score
first
and make decisions from there.
20 seconds? It's pointless.
So they've left one solo player. Martin is going to hold on to all of that control. It does, however, look like after selling some ideas on the other side of the map, they're going to go back to the tried and true, the bread and butter, and they're going to try and challenge Martin.
Gate Crash went down just in time. So he can be a little bit more greedy with the space. Looking to control that, looking to deny it from the hands of Koi, and they've
It
seen
all
one
goes
man,
up,
they're
like
backing off.
create pressure over
Starting
towards
the
short.
rotation towards that C site. Cypher Util still waiting. KC still waiting for a play coming in.
Dude,
on
he
B.
might-
They're gonna trap
he might have to
grab a
play to
kill
leave
on the
C.
walk through, but those players all
He has to
stacked
1v5
towards the
on site.
opposite side of the map. I wonder then, when this push comes to shove, I was going to say if Elite will just get out of here, he might be forced to by the ult,
He
but now the
can't get
Thorns have
out,
kept
'cause they
him
got
trapped
Thorns
in.
behind
The
him.
decay would eliminated.
Sugetsu.
Tried to run through. TP from Sugetsu, punished. Elite dropped as he's trapped in the site, and Sadik taken down elsewhere. This is a wonderful push for Movistar Koi and a 5v2.
Dude, K-Cop need another timeout, bro. They're for sure gonna lose this.
Just invested the ult because a few
Look
seconds
at what they're
later,
doing.
and I don't think they make that decision.
He actually had to run back on himself because he realized that his flank was gone. So he couldn't just run in, because the second he goes back, he would have been dead. So it just made that ult completely null and void. And I do feel like not playing the retake.
Yeltsin, hello mate, hello. Congrats on the win.
Cardinal sin. Obviously, the Nightfall helped out massively, and maybe there was a part of the mind of Elite.
What would I do here? Bro, try it. Fight Saints. They got agents that can get them early info. Should be having full kill trips as well. Like, get that camera after giving you early info. If you want to go aggro over towards A, let's not set the Euro up. Let's fast rotate with the Euro. You can set anyone else up. You can set an Omen up towards short for all I care.
Marriage or Heaven chokes as well. KC cannot get back through those. They're running into too much util. Not even their flashes, their Phoenix util can get them back through enough. They need to start flanking.
Jesus.
They need to start
if you really want as well, dude, just if you want to go aggro A with 4 like they're doing, I'd rather they set the Cypher up, man. Just get a camera here or something and get out of there. Anything. Or if you're gonna do this, they need to react over towards middle. Oh god.
Lineups here.
No, yeah, he's a little rusty on the Vice. He's a little rusty on the Vice for sure.
The mix.
Big kill.
Nice aggression though. Monster has been the bane of their life, so the fact that that's the first pick couldn't be any better. The guy that has been stopping them every time they try and make their way back into a site. And well, we know that one of those thorns is already gone.
This round is better. It's just when they go A though, they're gonna react right.
They've put it down, so
they even need to flood site or push down mid.
Actually, Pal's going to tell us what this is for.
Sorry, yes, A space has been taken. What do you think this is for?
Defaulting, Mitch.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Deny that late control if you think they push.
That vague and ambiguous.
Damn, they're trying to fight for space.
I'll copy that one. It'll be Magnum. He loves the Vice. But a pick with Monster down.
Yeah, you're taking the Viper, you can kind of play normal.
Sat outside this B site. We've seen this a couple of times from them. The late game, late round, waiting for Movistar Koi to walk in. This time, there's not a trip in play anymore. And so the run through the smoke, it's ambitious, and it only finds one Elite on the other side, though. I think that was a spam that drops Batty G, and with that, they don't have control. The spike backs off. 20
seconds. This Cypher util is going to wreck them.
This aggression now to come through towards the A site, but it's going to be heard. They have to stop. They have to run. The player on short's giving it away. Now the rotation comes in. Elite's already going to be here. He's got his trip. He's got his cam. Thorns go in, but it's too late. 2 players are already out and waiting.
Okay. I mean, this was a lot better from K-Corp. At least they did something aggro.
A 4th round to KC.
They're trying to get like early info somewhere.
I've liked the early retake there. Like it really. Come on, man. We didn't need this one.
Dude, it would have been even worse if he like actually popped it at the end here. Popping that would have been nuts.
Is able to set up. They're in a lot of trouble. Just don't allow it to happen at all.
And it's that flood on B site that has worked so well for them previously. They have this way of approaching the map where they're going to leave one of the sites for retake. We saw it as A early in the half. We then saw it C after that timeout. But B they can always flood and fight for, especially with those double flashes.
There we go.
It forms on, but I like this. I think they can do this reactively. Dude, pretty much in that timeout, they've just told them to be just proactive.
Deep aggression from KC. We can see it here with Avez and Martin taking that space on mid. Still 2 players towards that B site. Okay, Hadzi played on site here. He's on his own. They at least have to push behind. If they scrap on this push behind them, we're so angry. Oh, for God's sake. Omen flash goes in. At least 2 gets over towards the site. I need that Omen to get in sight. Okay, nice. They at least flooded sight.
Used almost everything. They have
the problem is, right now, this is a question mark for K-Corp.
This has been the first time that they've been
everywhere around the map is. They're pretty much just gambling. They're praying, they're hoping that they re-hit A, and it's going to happen.
This is a first blockade that they faced.
Oi,
and they're going
what
to get
the hell?
slaughtered on the entry in. The tank had an opportunity flyer. Well, he's doing his best, Sadak. But even still, Natank is making this interesting. Has the spike on his back, so could look to retreat, look to go back, but they don't know how much control has been lost. The wall.
Getsu, yeah, I like that they were gonna. I like that they were gonna get proactive and try and get some info. They kind of had to do that. Like for all we know, they were just over towards B, over towards C.
Aves is down.
15 seconds, gotta hit the site. Sadak, big Jules.
The decision has to be made now, and Sadak in the corner, the last man standing.
Okay, a lot better from K-Cup though. They actually managed to get people in the site. I was worried as soon as I scrapped with middle here. I was super worried.
Sure.
But I think the Cypher delayed a lot on site.
This close, considering this initial position that they found themselves in, but the fact is, just they have two options. It's either get ahead of everything that's being thrown, which I think the early TP from Martin allowed for, and then the quick rotation of everybody else. But once that utility now expected, it does seem like KC are building their way back into it. 3 of the last 4 rounds.
And now we have a timeout for Movistar Koi. Seems like KC did have a counter of something. Now,
I was not going to say that.
we get the mind games. What do they go for? Do Movistar Koi have that depth in the way they want to game plan around this comp?
I miss having input on how a team plays or seeing a strategy vision come to life. I miss the set strat stuff. Like I miss seeing a set strat and it go in and it go in well, because like we could practice that on a server. I know it would go right. The other stuff, I would just get annoyed because normally it'd be done wrong. there's only so much stuff. But like set strats that were barrier down, loved seeing that stuff. That stuff was fun.
Oh, nice stat.
Everything else is just annoying.
No, it should be considerably higher.
And apart from when Cryptix was in the team, when Cryptix was in the team and he remembered every single bit of anti-strat, that was great.
Either you win or you don't.
That's true. I never thought about that.
That used to be great, man.
How are you writing that down? Good man.
It's right next to Buy the Spectre on his notepad.
I'll scribble that out when you're not looking.
Martin aggressively placed. Force back. You mentioned it. Are they going to stick to that same A-site execution? For now, it is a default. We've seen that throughout. With a little bit of further aggression from Filu.
Hearing the reminder like pre-round, yeah.
Ruse, but it could also be just trying to potentially get rid of, or
that
at
was,
least figure out
big.
some of that utility.
The Cryptic special. Oh, it's a lovely peek on that one. I only spotted one though. Yeah, I get it. He only spotted one.
That's a blunder.
I can understand it. It's a great push from Aves though. Wait, it's an incredible push, dude.
The slow push through Garage, but Movistar Koi are not done yet. This isn't a B play. This is all the way to A, but through Elite they'll have to go. He's already grabbed 2.
Oh god, you're in so much trouble.
Now he's blinded.
No way, the spike went for him and Feely went sight. Okay, it was a great reaction from Aves though. Aves gave him a lot of information here that they're probably going to be pushing. And then they're just not on the same page here. Yeah, I mean, Filu either has to push him here or they have to all go site. Basically, whoever, the first person had to make the call there and they just had to be on the same page.
Okay, we do our default. We get a lot of the space, so we're going to do fake pressure with the 2 leaders of our pack. What a shot.
It was the regen shields as well. He would have been dead, but it came up just in time to keep him on 6 HP. That's unreal.
Regen shields, impact.
Start to see those flanks now out of KC. Are we going to see more of that out of Aves, or are we going to see them try and combine their 2 big power ultimates this round in a big set retake? It's not worked for them so far.
The other thing as well is whether they'd want to use it here just based on the ultimate's potential with a
That was good, dude.
But
I will say the pop over towards site could be pretty strong.
Martin, oh, he's got to be a little bit careful here. He's already spotted the gate crash, and I think they've realized this needs to be more of a retake. He's still
big round for Aves here.
Sticking around. In fact, he's got a little bit of help from a friend called Aves. Not the prettiest of shots, and this is still competitive. But they have not managed to clear this man from the back of the site. Monster and Flyer, well, they have those ults, but I don't know if they'll want to use them. They need to find something before.
Yeah, very nice of them from K-Cup. They're flooding sites a lot better, actually fighting on the sites well.
Right. 8 ults.
It's going to be a chaotic round.
What was the score when it was 2-2, right? And he said they don't have the counter. I hope no one's clipped that.
Yeah, it would be really unfortunate, especially if it was put in like the end of game replay.
That's still early days, you know. Some fool said that this composition might be better on the defense. I was going to ask, what do you think of that, considering from 2023 I said that and was wrong?
I think it's got a very good ability to be good at.
Look how proactive they are now as well. Big buy rounds.
Fake pressure, sell a lot of information on the attack side.
Whoa.
And then have some very hard
Oh, he's so
anchor on
crazy with his
defense.
peaks once he
You give
takes
him
a
that
shot.
space as well, you've got all the ability to capitalize on it. Nice little set Yoru ult round here as well.
They've already got the advantage, but it is slipping away.
Omen ult was pretty good. Sorry, Omen Flash was pretty good though. Damn, big shot. And the Omen Flash hit everyone that was trying to come up over towards C, so that you can really capitalize off of the space made from the Yoru.
They're boxed in terms of the space they can take, but when it fades, they go deep. Martin, though, still standing, and he drops that spike on the floor, waiting until the ult pops and attack knows there's no big weapon, but the
damn, it's a nice round from Martin. Dude, some of the decisions from Koi's, I mean, some of the decisions in general are baffling me, but
each barrel is deadly as the next.
Yeah, dude, that kill was everything, right? Fatal goes down.
It seems like they may have had the counter.
It is definitely looking like a rough position now for Movistar Koi to try and come back from. We'll have to wait and see if they got what it takes after the break.
Red Bull gives you wings.
K-Cop didn't have the counter. Yeah, 2-2. That's pretty rough, man. Rough clip. The fade or Viper ult, the next round's gonna go crazy. Yeah. I mean, they had, what did they have in the pre there? Vice fade. Vice fade Yoru. Hey, why are they not popping the fade ult there? Ali. Prafo, thank you so much. Thank you. I promised you at kickoff teams would get better. I mean, that's what's meant to happen, Mini. I do agree though. It's been rough, man. Mini, watch some Pacific maybe. That'll make you feel a little better.
Back into this map, 8-4 now. They've got the lead and then some, doubling up on their opponent's performance and now moving to their attack side. Pal, we touched
That's
on
not what you want to hear.
But for those that may just be joining us, when we go onto this attack side, do you expect KC to slow down with the comp that they've brought to bear?
No, I don't think they can really afford to. I think they need to make the most of the fact that they
Even the level of play has gone down much this year. I think.
Space on the map.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna try. There's two things that I think is a reason that we're getting like rough levels of play quite a lot in stage 2. A lot of teams have changed their players. They're kind of starting fresh, and the meta is the most open that certain teams don't know how to play against certain stuff, so they do the wrong thing. Whereas like against certain comps, it would be the right thing. I guess what I'm trying to say. So I think there's like there's more knowledge that you have to have, so there's more chance of like playing wrong if you're used to playing a set way.
These rounds,
that's like my 2 bits of reasoning for it.
Still got the snake bite, still got a paranoia, still got a seize.
But when you can't understand your own comp, that's when I start getting worried, man. I've got nothing to defend that.
At least in terms of the smokes, those flashes are almost the direct counter.
Nice opening.
Yeah, Feeler's fed up at getting wrecked by Sheriffs, man. He's got his own out.
Opening pick in their pocket.
He's playing.
Anyways, yeah, you see what I have to deal with, pal? Every day. KC, a 4 versus 5 and an adjustment to move to the C site, but there's still plenty waiting for them there. You might not have those Cypher trips, but the Thorns will do just as well to keep players out. Flash sat inside of Garage to be popped late for information. It's online and available whenever Natank feels like he needs that intel. Seeing one, it will be popped. There's the info. He knows what's happening, tries to get ahead of it. It's a risky game to stick around.
Good Omen Flash is good delay here. They get 3 over towards site. 15 seconds. They want to pivot on 15 seconds. Oh my Jesus.
it's actually wide open.
I mean, it's going to be okay.
Look
They're
how
actually
low
going to be
the
fine with
time
this
is.
one.
This is a huge gamble, but they've made it in. The plant should be acquired. In fact, I don't think there's anything that can be done to deny it. Okay.
Dude, I think Koi were in disbelief that they were cancelling their hit there in 15 seconds.
Movistar Koi will be looking for the retake together.
It's a man disadvantage, but the HP not that far behind. Even still, the trades looking decent up until that point.
Oh man, Sadak in this. They got no smoke vision block. Sadak might have the easiest round here.
Utility not available for either side.
Before
That's
the
the
tap.
last piece thrown out, and Sugetsu just playing close in the corner. Might be a nasty surprise, but he's already been tagged up.
Very, very nice. Dude, 5-1 pistols.
Sugetsu at an end of a pistol round. You're got a safe pair of hands.
Absolutely. We see there from KC that mid-round reaction. Sure, they were low on time. They had to go for something, but they have this big gap towards B. And they just need to make them sure that they stick together, they find that gap around the middle of the map, and make the most
I love
of it.
you. Nice goals, bro.
Nice! Nice! All right, Yinsu said she wanted to see him a little bit
just
more
the polar
animated.
Opposite.
Not looking as sad.
It's
Well,
incredible.
that round's certainly gotten it out as ace.
Not a smile yet.
It's not a smile, but it's an improvement.
Oh, now they come in with the better of the buys. A chance
Ready,
to
G?
really increase
Okay.
this
I was going to check. This small world with that bait might have been the one.
Only versus classics
Got
though.
two.
Versus other. If it was versus Spectre, he'd have lost.
I know, but he might have ran out of ammo. It shoots so quickly. It's wow, he managed to get two with the same clip. Incredible.
You should take notes.
The more interesting thing about that round was actually how KC played around the timing of Monster's Viper Fuel. They waited to get their garage pressure until that wall came down, then used that as their trigger to explode through. And that's what I'm expecting to see them try and do with this comp. Make the most of the fact that if they time that util right, they can group up and take a lot of fights like this on their own terms.
Dude, Phoenix is farming him. They spotted him. Let the Phoenix go for it.
Prospect is Aves.
Here he comes.
One away from having that
Here he goes. Martin, chill. Ah, he's a little slow in this one.
Well, Philo is doing his best.
Didn't want to
just
lose the
make
gun.
sure
I
he
respect
dies to
it.
the spike.
Okay, do
Doesn't
they
do anything
see
extra.
default to get the
Still
orb?
going to be a troublesome position for them. And you can
No,
imagine
you could
that
just treat it as a
KC are
normal
gonna have
bonus.
The idea to try and fight for those orbs.
Shame they've lost the Stinger. Maybe they'll buy a Spectre in its place. It's pretty solid in round 3, according to some people. But more likely, play the pistol. Maybe even purchase up. Oh,
Yeah, see
another
default.
Stinger.
Wait.
You're not going to let that go.
No.
Wait, is he just gonna wall?
Not for a
He's
long
gonna
time.
wall try again. I mean, Koya on top of this.
Something
Go
about
3-person
Frog
punish for
in the
this.
doors.
Is he literally gonna wall up and he's
I
just
got
gonna
all
get
day.
spammed, isn't he?
Nothing better to do.
2 phantoms.
6-round gap. KC
Wait, Buddy
come
G
in here
doesn't
with
have the right
a
gun
very
to
solid
spam
buy.
him
Not
with a
just
wall
the
there.
Stinger we all know can be so good in this round,
Bro, he's
but
just
also
straight
the
up.
rifle.
There's
Four of
no
them and the
vision
ultimate
block.
is highlighted.
He's used the wall
From
against
Aves,
them
just
and
gonna run it
picked it
back.
up,
We'll
bro.
give him a second lease of
He gets
life
a
with this
free
rifle,
orb.
and it's going to be running straight
I
through
can't.
on long,
What?
catching
What?
one and opening up the door for Batty G to fall. Monster even goes down before the run it back is done. And this round, it's tied up in a neat bow.
Oh.
Well, not quite.
Oh! That was just a little jump scare. Oh, there's a chance for Fly.
Martin,
He's
please
found
don't
a
do
gap.
what I think you're about to
Philo's
do.
picked off another one.
No,
This
he's
is
got
starting
incredible
to
timing over
fall
towards
apart.
sight.
They're so focused in on one that they haven't quite found the other. A chance for a lineup, but Aves is just on fire. Somewhat literally. A 3rd kill for him already. And while all that's left is Philo and
I mean,
Martin's
Aves
there
hit an
alongside
absolute
him.
shot back of sight here.
1-2 punch of KC. 11-4. Let's just say
Dude,
they
he
took
got a
Lotus
free
personally.
orb.
You know what? As Billy
He just picked
said,
up a
the
free
Phoenix
orb with no
really can
punish.
look good here on the attack, and I hope some other
They
teams
popped the
in
wall
league
at the
can
beginning
take
and
note,
he just
because
used the cover of
This
it.
is how it should be used. Just phenomenal play coming out of Aves.
He's making it look good. He's making it look good. That shouldn't be something that they should get away with.
Good job, bro. Good
Compositionally,
job.
with
Nice
that
steal, bro.
nice.
From me, nice.
If that's what he does to make the Phoenix look this good, I'm getting 11 on that straight away.
But you know what's drawing my eye here? We're seeing that aggression coming out of KC. We're seeing them play around the wall. We're seeing them use the ult. And I'm just thinking, Movistar Koi, they don't look like they have the counter.
They do have this hard
Well,
set
picked up
on
another
C.
orb. They got a
They've
Euro
the
orb. They
Viper,
want to
they've
finish
got the
this
Fires,
now.
They've got the Omen. It didn't work for them last round simply because Aves actually just hit some very, very
Ran through it.
It works in theory, But sometimes you do just have to hit your shots. Now, what does KC bring? If they know that Movistar and Koi have that hard setup, the one that they should be easily be able to fight with, are they going to try and do this fake pressure towards A, draw some rotations over, and then try and end back towards C instead?
For now, at least, it's patient. The purchase from the defensive side, not great.
Whoa.
Outlaw
Big
is
kill.
like
Has
an
he won that?
operator.
13
Here
HP.
goes Martin. All of that
Martin,
utility
he has got
that we spoke about.
no
He can just
help,
run
but he knows that he's low.
execute Natanka.
And he at least gets the
Eventually
info.
goes
He
through
tunnel
that
visions
penetrator.
so hard on that.
He is under some
That's
serious
outrageous.
pressure, being
You would
wiped on
imagine
from
that
side.
Filu
Goes
wins
through
this
his
round
own.
from what I'm
Snake
watching.
fight has not gone
But,
well.
I mean, his
Fire
teammates are
running
going to
through
just
the
wait for
smoke
him to
hasn't
play.
gone well either. And Filu's not hitting the shot. Everything in the last few seconds has gone wrong, but maybe, just maybe, there's a chance.
Jesus, Koi, guys, Koi, this is...
4.
Koi are killing me.
Lotus is feeling like a long way away.
It's not rounds that should necessarily work, but when you're finding opening kills like that, and like this, then suddenly all of that util means little to nothing.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
I
have
a
a
feeling
wall.
There was a bit of a whiff.
I am
One,
Papa,
two in there.
I am Papa, sit down.
You think back to the start of this map, Filu standing up, shouting across the stage.
The whole point of your wall is that you can hold back his sight. You can flood in, or you can get out. You went for, you had they had 4. In my mind, they had like 4 options, and they went for the worst one out of 4.
Limitations, and evidently, you were correct. They didn't slow down. They sped up. Their foot
19
is
and 8,
on the gas.
and 18 and 9 for Aves and Martin.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, like, that's the thing. When these two are both on, yeah, you call a timeout.
Yeah. There's a reason that KC have moved towards these double duelist.
4 options, they went for the 5th one. I mean, this was always an option, what they did.
The most out of Aves. We know how good
And they could have done a little bit better and got a trade-off, so it would have been 1 for 2.
Really
There's still a...
this sort of Phoenix Rays second entry role that allows
This just reeks of this whole map reeks of a team stealing a comp and not understanding it.
Okay, Aves giving it in and outside the server as well. Okay, and also the way that they're able to
it's way too common. It's my mouse dying. That's my PC, not yours.
KC strength for so long over the last 2 years.
It's a good time to touch on stakes for Movistar Koi 0 and 3. The chances of making it to playoffs
okay,
looking desperately low.
8
It is
goes at
Apex and Na'Vi, probably their easiest games towards the end of the season. Looking at map 1, there's definitely promise here for this team, and they've looked a lot better here today when it comes down to the fundamentals that I think were missing in those first 2 weeks of stage 2. But ultimately, it could be too little, too late if they do.
Where might they find a place to play the Viper Haven? That's good. We've got an outdated Coach Potatoes. I want to say that one's for free, Mini. Is that one for free?
For KC,
it will tell you once you're over towards the site. You don't need to take any extra space.
To start this on Lotus, but
you've just won the round.
Rounds since then, and they may win it with that same streak intact.
9 rounds.
Who knows? You just press buttons randomly. I think that one's free, dude. I'm pretty sure.
They definitely found themselves a counter. They're now running in towards this seaside.
I think because it had old Viper, it had double Molly Viper. That's why we made it free.
Already tagged. It seems like this might just be the last hurrah trying to fight back versus Aves. It's been an impossible task, and while he continues his run of 4, Monster down to just 21 HP, make that 0, and the only man standing in KC's way of getting their second win.
It's a rough ending for Koi, man, because the first map was looking good.
He was on the ISO, he was the fragger.
But then it got like...
The only thing that
it got
really
like
could work out
worryingly bad towards the end.
She wrote 13-4 for KC.
And they're giving it.
Dominant last 2 maps.
It looked like a bright future in this series after map